Hello dear students, welcome back all of you to the physics online class. Yesterday we talked about the concept of the time of flight of the projectile and also about the maximum height reached by the projectile. For both of that we discussed and also derived the expression also. What was the formula for the maximum height reached by the projectile? Hm or h is equal to v naught square sine square theta upon 2g. Yes, and there we came to know that for an angle theta is equal to 90 degree, the maximum, the height reached by the projectile will be maximum. Because theta 90 means sine 90 value is 1, therefore the maximum height reached h value is equal to v naught square by 2g will come. With the help of that also we can derive the formula, that value of the initial velocity of the projectile v naught is equal to root of 2gh. That can also be used. Okay, I hope the last point is clear. And the next point was about the time of flight. The time of flight, as we told, the total time of the descent plus the time of the ascent, together it can give me the time of the flight. So where the t is equal to 2 v naught sine theta by g was our formula, right? And today we are going to derive the another expression of the concept, that is a range of projectile. Range of projectile that is given by letter R here. It is given by letter R. What is the range of the projectile? As we discussed earlier, so this is the horizontal distance travelled by the projectile during its motion. During its motion, what the horizontal distance is travelled by the projectile is called the range. Therefore, for the horizontal distance, if I consider r is equal to, for horizontal distance, what formula can be written? The formula r is equal to written as the horizontal velocity into the time of flight. Horizontal velocity into time of flight. Time of a flight. Therefore, r is equal to horizontal velocity means we know that it is v naught x, and here time of flight means t here. Then r is equal to v naught x means v naught cos theta, and time of flight means already we derived the expression 2 v naught sin theta upon g here. 2 v naught, so sin theta upon g. Then when you multiply both the expression, the r value will become, so 2, here 1 v naught, here 1 v naught, that is v naught square. So sin theta into cos theta, sin theta into cos theta upon g. So this will come. And if you further go for the rearrangement of the terms, then r will be is equal to v naught square by g into, under bracket we can write 2 sin theta into cos theta can be written. Yes, do you know what is the short form for the 2 sin theta into cos theta in the mathematics trigonometric functions? Yes, this is the, so expansion of sin 2 theta. Sin 2 theta anna trigonometric functions ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಹೆಂಗ್ ಬರೀತೀರಪ್ಪ ಇದರನ್ನ? sin 2 theta ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅದರ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಏನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ? 2 into sin theta into cos theta ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. Therefore, in the place of 2 sin theta cos theta, I can replace that with the sin 2 theta. Are you understanding? Yes. Therefore, the range of projectile r can be given as v naught square upon g into sin 2 theta. Remember dear student, r is equal to v naught square sin 2 theta by g is the range of projectile, that is during its journey. Am I clear? Yes, now I want to write all the three formulas here. R is equal to V naught square sine 2 theta by G is the range, and the height, that is the maximum height or height of the projectile, can be given as V naught square sine square theta upon 2G, and the time of flight T is equal to 2 V naught sine theta upon G. Am I clear? These three are the expression of the projectile with the height, time of flight and range of the projectile. Yes, and here the range of projectile is also maximum at the particular angle. Then for what angle the range R is maximum? See, this value should be maximum. Then the range of projectile, this also can be asked for a 1 mark. Remember, give the angle for which the range of projectile is maximum, or for what angle of the projection the range of projectile is maximum. Then for what angle we need to derive now. So if, remember, if theta is equal to 45 degree, see dear student, in the last expression, if I substitute theta is equal to 45 degree, then 2 theta will be is equal to 90 degree, isn't it? 2 multiplied with the 45 degree means that comes 90 degree. So we know that sine 90 means, that is sine 2 theta means that is equal to sine 90 only. Sine 90 value is equal to 1 here. Therefore, the maximum range of the projectile formula can be given as V naught square by G. So this is our formula. Then tell me, for what angle the range of the projectile is maximum? ಯಾವ ಒಂದು ಇನ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಆಂಗಲಿಗೆ ರೇಂಜ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ರೊಜೆಕ್ಟೈಲ್ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ? 45 ಡಿಗ್ರಿಗೆ. ಹಾಗಿದ್ರೆ ಈ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ನಮಗೆ ಏನು ತಿಳಿಸಿಕೊಡುತ್ತಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ನಾನು ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ವಸ್ತುವನ್ನ ಎಸೆಯಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ, ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಬಾಡಿಯನ್ನ ಪ್ರೊಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಡಿಗ್ರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಎಸೆದ್ವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಟ್ರಾವೆಲ್ ಮಾಡತ್ರಿ? when it is projected with an angle 45 degree, that object can travel the maximum horizontal distance. Therefore, in the competitions such as a shot put, discus throw or the javelin throw, if you are throwing the object with an angle 45 degree, the distance travelled by the javelin or the shot put will be reached maximum. So that's why your coach also will suggest accordingly, throw with like this, not with like this. Yes, so like this means with what angle you may be throwing? With an angle near to 45 degree you will be throwing. By the time the distance travelled by the projectile will be maximum. Yes, I hope the point is very clear. So here 1 mark question you may get, for what angle the range is maximum? For an angle theta is equal to 45 degree, the range of the projectile is maximum, and for that our formula will be is equal to V naught square by G, and by using this also the initial velocity can be calculated as V naught is equal to root of GR maximum. This also you can use when the object or the projectile is projected with the angle 45 degree. Yes, and see dear student, for a particular two angles, the range of projectile remains the same only. For a particular two angles, they are projection angles, for them the range of projectile remains same. Such angles are called as complement angles. What they are called? Complement angles. Complement angles. For example, I take theta is equal to 15 degree and theta is equal to 75 degree. If you substitute both the value in the above expression or here, that is R is equal to V naught square sine 2 theta by G, ಈ ಎರಡು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಈ ಅಬೋ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಷನ್ದಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬಿದ್ರಿ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೋರಿ. ಆರ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಏನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಇಫ್ ಐ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಥೀಟಾ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಥೀಟಾ ಡ್ಯಾಶ್ ಅಂತೀನಿ, ಆರ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಏನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಆರ್ ಡ್ಯಾಶ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಗಿದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ ಒಂದು ಎರಡು ಆ್ಯಂಗಲ್ಗಳಿಗೆ ರೇಂಜ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಪ್ರೊಜೆಕ್ಟೈಲ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಉಳಿಯುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಅವುಗಳಿಗೆ ಏನಂತೀವ್ರಿ ಕಾಂಪ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಗಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಎಸ್, ದಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಶೋನ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ಗ್ರಾಫ್. That can be shown with the graph here. Yes, and this is the what? This is the projectile projected with an angle 15 degree. Let us assume, or this only let us take it is of 75 degree. And another projectile which is projected with an angle 15 degree. ಇದೆಷ್ಟದ 15 ಅದ ಅಂತೇಳಿ. ಸೊ ಫಾರ್ ಬೋತ್ ಆಫ್ ದೆಮ್ ದ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಟ್ರಾವೆಲ್ಡ್ ಬೈ ದ ಪ್ರೊಜೆಕ್ಟೈಲ್ ಈಸ್ ರಿಮೈನಿಂಗ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ. Such angles are called complement angles. So one set of complement angle is 15 degree, 75 degree, and another I can use that is a 30 degree, and theta dash is equal to 60 degree. For them also we can observe that the range of the projectile remains the same only. Am I clear, dear students? Yes, up to now what are the points we discussed that are related to the projectile motion, that is the part of the motion in a plane. Then now we are moving towards the last concept of the chapter, that is the uniform circular motion. That motion also will explain us how the body can move along a circular path, and that can be considered as the motion in a plane. Okay, then now let us talk about that point. Now let us discuss about the uniform circular motion. Yes, and here we learn that when an object or a particle that moves along a circular path with the constant speed, such a motion is called as the uniform circular motion. ಯೂನಿಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಮೋಷನ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಏನ್ರಿ, ಒಂದು ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಒಂದು ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಅದು ಸರ್ಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಪಾಥದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಂಟ್ ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ದಲ್ಲಿ ಮೂವ್ ಆಯ್ತಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವ್ರಿ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಯೂನಿಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಮೋಷನ್. That means the motion of a particle or an object along the circular path with the constant speed is called uniform circular motion. Then here when a particle travel or particle moves from one point to the another point, it subtends a small angle here. You can see the diagram. If the particle is moving along a circular path with the constant speed, such a motion is called uniform circular motion. And during its motion, the particle can subtend a small angle here. That means when it moves from point 1, that is point A to the point B, you can observe here the angle theta is subtended. Then that distance is called as angular displacement. What it is called? Angular displacement. Angular displacement is the angle subtended by the particle in a circular path when it moves from one point to the another point, or the angle subtended in the circular motion of the particle is called angular displacement. And this angular displacement is denoted by a letter theta. And see, dear students, further about the angular displacement, angular velocity and acceleration, torque, linear angular momentum, all the points in detail we study in the chapter 7, that is the system of the particles and the rotational motion. But only now the few of the definition we should know. What is the angular displacement, angular velocity and the angular acceleration here? Yes, and see, if this displacement will change with respect to the time, the rate of change of angular displacement, the rate of change of angular displacement is called as angular velocity. ಅಂದರೆ ಈ ಒಂದು ಆಂಗ್ಯುಲರ್ ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಏನಾದರೂ ಟೈಮಿಗೆ ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಆಗಿ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಯ್ತಂದ್ರೆ ಅದೇ ನಮಗೆ ಯಾವ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟಿಯನ್ನು ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ, ಆಂಗ್ಯುಲರ್ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿಯನ್ನು ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ. ಇದನ್ನು ಒಮೆಗಾದಿಂದ ರೀಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. Omega represent angular velocity, and remember the angular displacement is measured with the radian. Therefore the SI unit of the angular displacement is radian, and the angular velocity is given by the average angular velocity can be given by the change in the angular displacement with respect to the time. Therefore SI unit of omega, that is angular velocity, is radian per second. Radian per second. Remember, dear students. Yes, and this is the, so which quantity? These two are the vector quantities only, right? And between the linear velocity and the angular velocity there is one relation. ಲೀನಿಯರ್ ಮತ್ತು ಆಂಗ್ಯುಲರ್ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ನಡುವೆ ಒಂದು ರಿಲೇಷನ್ ಐತಿ. ಅದು ಯಾವ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾದಿಂದ ಬರಿತೀವಪ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ ದ ವಿ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಆರ್ ಒಮೆಗಾ. ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್ ಡಿಯರ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್, ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ದ ಲೀನಿಯರ್, ಹಿಯರ್ ವಿ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ವಾಟ್? ವಿ ಈಸ್ ದ ಲೀನಿಯರ್ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ and r is the radius of circular path. Radius of circular path. And omega is the angular velocity. Angular velocity. Therefore v is equal to r omega can be taken as, that is the, so relation between the linear and the angular velocity. I hope the points are clear, right? Then now let us move to the point that is the centripetal acceleration. Centripetal acceleration. Yes, it is denoted by AC. That means centripetal acceleration. Yes, here in this chapter the one more very important expression is to derive the expression for the centripetal acceleration. ನೋಡ್ರಪ್ಪ, ಈ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ದಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು 3 or 5 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಬರೋ ಪಾಸಿಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಯಾವುದಪ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸೆಂಟ್ರಿಪಿಟಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸಲರೇಷನ್. ಓಕೆ, ಅದನ್ನೇ ನಾವು ಇವತ್ತು ಡಿರೈವ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. Then first thing to know is what is the centripetal acceleration, right? So when you can see the diagram here, when the object is moving in the circular path, all the time its acceleration is towards the center of the circular path only. Yes, that acceleration is called as centripetal acceleration. What is the centripetal? The acceleration of the body acting towards the center of the circular path is called the centripetal acceleration, or the acceleration of the particle or the body in the uniform circular motion which is directed towards the center of this circular path is called centripetal acceleration. Okay, when the body is in the uniform circular motion, we know that the speed of the body remains the same. The velocity or the speed of the body remains the same. But see dear student, here we are obtaining the acceleration. How the acceleration is obtained? That is due to the changing direction. Remember, so when a velocity is changing with respect to magnitude, either magnitude or the direction, that can produce the acceleration. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಹೇಳಕತ್ತೀವಿ, ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ಅಥವಾ ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತಾ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳತ್ತೀವಿ. ಒಂದು ವೇಳೆ ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಎಕ್ಸಲರೇಷನ್ ಏನಾಗಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು? 0 ಆಗಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಆದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸಲರೇಷನ್ 0 ಇಲ್ಲ, ದೇರ್ ಈಸ್ ಆನ್ ಎಕ್ಸಲರೇಷನ್. ಹೌದಾ? ಆ ಎಕ್ಸಲರೇಷನ್ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಬಂತಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ದಲ್ಲಿ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ತನ್ನ ದಿಕ್ಕನ್ನ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ? ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತದ. During the uniform circular motion, at every point the particle changes its direction of the velocity, therefore there is the acceleration. Okay. So this is an example for the object at a constant speed with accelerated, okay. Yes. Now let us derive the expression for centripetal acceleration. Derive the expression for centripetal acceleration for a body in a uniform circular motion. Right, compulsory, the diagram should be drawn. Consider the body is in a uniform circular motion, okay, and as we know there is a center of the circular path. Let us take first the body was at a point A here, and now it moved to a point B here, and as we know that subtends an angle theta here. Okay. And if I represent OA with the unit, that is a position vector by R1, in some text we can take R and R dash. So now I am considering R1, and here the position vector is taken to be R2, and the resultant of them I can give with the help of the triangle of the vector addition. Therefore here I take this as a delta R. This AB is taken as a delta R, and it's a part only. Now I take the another diagram. ಇದೇ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ನಾನು ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಟೈಮಿಗೆ ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಆಗಿ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿದು ಈ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಅನ್ನ ತಗೊಂತೀನಿ. ಸೇಮ್ ದಿಸ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್, ಬಟ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ಲೆಟರ್ಸ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಮೆನ್ಷನಿಂಗ್ ಹಿಯರ್. Yes, okay. So here O is there. Now I use here P, and here Q, and this is a R. Yes, and this is a one vector, that is OA, means here I write it is a V1, and this is a AB, means here I write a delta V. This is the vector, and here this can be taken as PR, means that is a R2, sorry V2 here. Am I clear? And angle subtended here also theta. Because we are comparing these two triangles, they are considered to be the similar triangles. ಆ ಎರಡು ಟ್ರಯಾಂಗಲ್ ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡೇ ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗೈತ್ರಿ, ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಷನ್ ಅನ್ನು ಡಿರೈವ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಎಸ್, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರೇಷನ್? ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಅ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸೆಂಟ್ರಿಪಿಟಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸಲರೇಷನ್ A moves from point A to the point B with a position vector R1 and R2. Yes, therefore by the triangular law of vector addition, by triangle law of vector addition, we have that. First let us take from this. So triangle law, here is a one vector, here is the two vector, these are the two sides of the triangle, then the third side gives me the resultant. Therefore I apply that OB is equal to, triangle law ಅನ್ನು ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಕಲ್ತಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಇದೇ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ದಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಆ ಟ್ರಯಾಂಗಲ್ ಆಫ್ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಎಡಿಷನ್ ಅನ್ನು ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸಿದಾಗ OB ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ನಾನು ಏನು ಬರಿಬಹುದ್ರಪ್ಪ, OA ಪ್ಲಸ್ AB ಅಂತ ಬರಿಬಹುದು. OA ಪ್ಲಸ್ AB ಅಂದರೆ ನನಗೆ ಏನು ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ, OB ಅನ್ನು ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ. ನನಗೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಿದ್ದೇನು, AB ಬೇಕಾಗಿದೆ, AB ಬೇಕು. AB ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ನಾ ಏನು ಬರಿಬಹುದ್ರಪ್ಪ, OB ಮೈನಸ್ OA ಅಂತ ಬರಿಬಹುದು. ಅಂದರೆ AB ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಡೆಲ್ಟಾ R. It is equal to OB means here it is a position vector at the second position, that is R2. OA means that is in the position first position R1, right? And similarly this triangle law of vector addition I can apply to this triangle also. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಟ್ರಯಾಂಗಲ್ ಐತಿಲ್ರಿ, so triangle law of vector addition 2, for which I applied here OAB, the triangle OAB we have used. Okay, then if I apply the same thing to the triangle triangle which is at PQR. If I apply that for the PQR, ಈ ಟ್ರಯಾಂಗಲ್ಗೆ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿನೂ ನೋಡ್ರಪ್ಪ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ರೀ. ಸೊ ಪಿ ಕ್ಯೂ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಕ್ಯೂ ಆರ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನನಗೇನು ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ, ಪಿ ಆರ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ. ದೇರ್ ಫೋರ್ ಪಿ ಆರ್ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ನಾನು ಏನು ಬರಿಬಹುದ್ರಪ್ಪ, ಪಿ ಕ್ಯೂ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಕ್ಯೂ ಆರ್ ಅಂತ ಬರಿತೀನಿ. ಪಿ ಕ್ಯೂ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಕ್ಯೂ ಆರ್. ಹಾಗಿದ್ರೆ ನನಗೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಿದೆ ಏನ್ರಪ್ಪ, ಆರ್ ಕ್ಯೂ ಅಥವಾ ಕ್ಯೂ ಆರ್ ಬೇಕಾಗ್ಯದ. ಚೇಂಜ್ ಇನ್ ದ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ಬೇಕು. ಕ್ಯೂ ಆರ್ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಏನು ಬರಿಬೋದ್ರಿ ನಾನು ರೀ, ಪಿ ಆರ್ ಮೈನಸ್ ಪಿ ಕ್ಯೂ ಅಂತ ಬರಿಬೋದು. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಪಿ ಆರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನೈತೆ ನೋಡ್ರಪ್ಪಿ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ V2 ಮೈನಸ್ ಪಿ ಕ್ಯೂ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನದ, V1 ಅದ. ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಟೇಕ್ ದ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ the velocities in the two position, that gives the velocity, change in the velocity of the particle. QR andre enada nodri, QR means change in the velocity. Correct aita? Yes. Now we consider that these two triangles are similar triangles. ಇವೆರಡನ್ನು similar triangles ಅಂತ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸ್ತೀವಿ. ಹಾಗಿದ್ರೆ ಆ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸಿ ಈಗ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ಅನ್ನ ತಗೊಂತೀವ್ರಿ. Yes, we can obtain the next step. So from two similar triangles, what are those? One is a OAB and another one is a PQR. Yes, I take the ratio of delta V by V1 or a V is equal to delta R by R. I use this ratio. Yes, and if you are confusing, then you can take here, ಯಾಕೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ R ಬಂತ್ರಿ V ಬಂತ್ರಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹಿಂಗೂನು ಬರೀಕೋಬಹುದ್ರಪ್ಪಿ, R and R dash, and then here it comes V and V dash. So wherever R is there, R dash minus R, and here you can use V dash minus V. Like this also we can use. Then only it is possible to take here delta V by V is equal to delta R by, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎ ಬಿ ಅಪಾನ್ ನಾನು ಏನು ತೊಗೊಂಡಿನ್ರಿ ರೇಷೋ, ಎ ಬಿ ಅಪಾನ್ ಒ ಆರ್ ಒ ಬಿ ಆರ್ ಒ ಎ, ಸಾರಿ ಎ ಬಿ ಅಪಾನ್ ಒ ಎ ಟು ದ ರೇಷೋ ವಾಟ್ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟೇಕನ್ ಕ್ಯೂ ಆರ್ ಅಪಾನ್ ಸೊ ಪಿ ಕ್ಯೂ ಅಂತ ರೇಷೋ ತೊಗೊಂಡಿವಿ. ಇದರಿಂದ ನಾನೀಗ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಡೆಲ್ಟಾ ವಿ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಈ ವಿ ಅನ್ನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಳಿಸಿದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ರೀ, ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ ಆರ್ ಅದ, ವಿ ಬೈ ಆರ್ ಆಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್. ನೌ ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ರೈಟ್ delta R as it is. ಬರಿಬೋದಾ ಹಿಂಗ? Yes. Then next we know that the instantaneous acceleration means what? It is the limit as the delta, limit of the average acceleration as the time delta t tends to 0. That point already we discussed in the last chapter. Therefore average acceleration is A average is equal to delta V upon delta t. ಹಿಂಗೆ ಬರಿಬೋದಾ ನಾನು? The change in the velocity with respect to change in the time, that gives me the average acceleration. So that is equal to, here also I can write, that is equal to V by R into delta R upon ಡೆಲ್ಟಾ ಟಿ. ಈ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ಬರಿತೀನಿ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ನೋಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಡೆಲ್ಟಾ ವಿ ಬೈ ಡೆಲ್ಟಾ ಟಿ ತಗೊಂಡಿನಂದ್ರೆ ಇದಕ್ಕೂ ಕೂಡ ಡೆಲ್ಟಾ ಟಿ ಅನ್ನು ತಗೊಳ್ಳೇಬೇಕು. ಎಸ್, ನೌ ಐ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ದಿ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಂಟೇನಿಯಸ್ acceleration is limit of average acceleration. It is a limit of average acceleration as delta t tends to 0. Instantaneous acceleration ಎದರ ಲಿಮಿಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ? average acceleration ಲಿಮಿಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಲಿಮಿಟದಲ್ಲಿ ಡೆಲ್ಟಾ ಟಿ ಅನ್ನೋದೇನಿರಬೇಕು? ವೆರಿ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಟೆಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಟು 0 ಹಿಯರ್. Therefore if I take instantaneous acceleration as limit of delta t tends to 0, that is average acceleration, then it is equal to limit of delta t tends to 0, and this can be written V by R into delta R by delta t. So take V by R common, that is outside here, instantaneous equal to V by R ಆಯಿತು. Limit of delta t tends to 0, delta R by delta t. Okay, this is equal to V by R. ಹಿಂಗಂದ್ರೆ ನೋಡ್ರಪ್ಪ, limit as the delta R by delta t means, shall I write the change in the position with respect to time means, shall I write that as a velocity here? Yes. So if I use a velocity here, velocity multiplied, therefore centripetal instantaneous acceleration ಅನ್ನ ಈಗ ಏನಂತ ತಗೊಂತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ, centripetal acceleration. Therefore centripetal acceleration is equal to, what is my formula? V square by R. This is my important expression. ಇದು ನನಗೆ ಬಂದಿರುವಂಥ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಷನ್. ಈಗ ಒಂದು ವೇಳೆ ವಿ ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಆರ್ ಒಮೆಗಾನ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ ಅಂತೇಳಿ, ಆವಾಗ ಇದೇ ಸೆಂಟ್ರಿಪಿಟಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸಲರೇಷನ್ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಏನು ಬರುತ್ತಾ, ವಿ ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಆರ್ ಒಮೆಗಾ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಆರ್ ಒಮೆಗಾ ಹೋಲ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಅಪಾನ್ ಆರ್ ಉಳಿಯುತ್ತೆ. ಇದನ್ನು ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಆರ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಒಮೆಗಾ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಬೈ ಆರ್, ಒನ್ ಆರ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್ಡ್, ದೆನ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಆರ್ ಒಮೆಗಾ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್. ಓಕೆ, ಅಂದರೆ ಸೆಂಟ್ರಿಪಿಟಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸಲರೇಷನ್ ಇನ್ ಅ ಲೀನಿಯರ್ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ಒಳಗೂ ಬರಿಬೋದ್ರಿ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವಿ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಬೈ ಆರ್, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇನ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಆಂಗ್ಯುಲರ್ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ಆಲ್ಸೋ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆರ್ ಒಮೆಗಾ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್. Yes, so I hope, dear student, so this expression is very clear. The steps involved are taking the similar triangles and solving them with the concept of average acceleration instantaneous, that gives me the centripetal acceleration. This completes the chapter motion in a plane with all the points. Thank you for watching video.